Okay. And where did I put the spoon I was using? Ah, here we go. Let's see who's up for chatting tonight. Otherwise, good to me, myself, and I, and my bucket of ice cream. There we go. Alright. Now we wait. Come here. There you go. See when sandwich shows up. This is good. Hello there if anyone's there. And I'm just chilling, waiting for people to chat. Maybe I'll just stare blank at the camera for a while. Yeah, I don't know. Right now I'm just enjoying my ice cream. I have cookies and cream. I'm a little hot. But, yeah. Ooh, tasty. Yeah, I'm poor, and I'm running out of snacks, so I'm kind of just working what I got at this point. Like, dangerously broke, too. I've never been this poor in my life. It's a new experience. I don't like it. Is anyone here? Still just me talking my lonesome? Probably. And so we were zipping by and zipping back. Well, we're good. Whoever you are. Oh, hey, anime fan. Anime film? Is that like the Batman Ninja one? Or is another Batman anime that I don't know about? Forgive me, I'm kind of having a lazy night. Not that I just do all move around this show, but I don't think I'm burning myself out on these. Oh, okay. I never watched either of them. Anime's not really my particular favorite genre. What'd you think? Any good? God, I'm not care when I finish this fucking thing. Yeah, I haven't really kept up with DC's anime movies ever since they kind of did the other, like, shared anime universe thing. I don't like that. I always felt the stories were a bit too cynical, and the animation was, like, ugly and sharp. First anime film was good, and the second one was great. Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad you like it. Eric's got some pretty wacky shit in there. How you doing, man? I think the last one I watched. I don't know. I think it really was Justice League War. And that one was kind of the one that kind of turned me off from other ones that we do after that. I also know they tried to do at least like Green Lantern with Jon Stewart, which I love Green Lantern Corps, but the one that's like just kind of sucked. At least the parts I saw about it. I shouldn't say that without seeing the entire film, but I didn't like where they were going with it. I was feeling rough for days in a row, but I started drinking more water, which has made a big difference. Oh yeah, dude, gotta stay hydrated. That's a lesson we all learned the hard way. Because when you're young, it's not that big of a deal. Your body can run on like drops, and you'll be fine for days. But it catches up to you. It catches up to you. Oh, ice cream is such a good idea right now. Mm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mm. Bear with me a little bit. I'm a little out of sorts, or just off. I feel like I say that every time I go on live. I don't know. I think I've been burning myself out on all this, on like all the streaming stuff. Maybe I try to push too hard, too quickly. Maybe I'll take a break at some point. Start from scratch later on. I don't know. Mm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Sorry. I'm really into this fucking ice cream right now. But anyway, yeah, you gotta drink water, you gotta eat. Mm. Thank you, anime fan. I will survive. Into tough, like we're still getting some tough patches here and there, but I'm gonna survive. And hopefully, it won't all be a constant fight for the rest of my life. That'd be a huge bummer. Gotta get past this wall. Wall I've been punching for years. We're gonna get there, goddammit. And I'm wishing you too well, anime fan. I know you've been having a rough time go of it right now recently too. I definitely don't want to present the idea that mine is more important than yours or anything like that. I'm glad you're feeling better, and I hope you're recovering, or at least resting. Because again, especially as you get older, that stuff comes back to bite you. Like I'm finally, hey, daters, how you doing, man? Good to see you. I've seen you guys all in a hot minute. Granted, that's my fault too because I've been kind of bleh lately. It's getting a little harder to get some motivated to go up and do this. Yeah, it's about 12:30 over here. So, my evening is just beginning. It's beginning with ice cream. And I think I ate too much. It's going to be a problem for future Mike. At least I have the day off tomorrow. Yay. Or today, I guess. I don't know. I guess it depends how you define all that stuff. Fuck yes. What's your guys' favorite ice cream flavor? I like cookies and cream. Right from Rocky Road. Really hits the spot. I can see what people die for comfort food. Never too much ice cream. That's a spirit. Good to see you, man. How you doing? Getting the band back together. Oh, God. Now, all month, YouTube has been fucking with me, and it seems like we're finally getting close to the end of it, and I'm still like, oh, thank Christ. Whoops, I don't want that. Talk everything over. Ugh. You know, my favorite flavor, both ice cream and cake. All right, cool. All right, pretty simple, pretty straightforward choice. You know what? Whiskey float sounds good right now. There you go, Dad Eaters. I like the way you're thinking. You make it. Let me know how it is, because I have no idea how to do it. Ben and Jerry's Cherry Garcia ice cream is my favorite. Ooh, what does that taste like? I assume cherries. Actually, you know what? I have access to my laptop again. Let me go ahead and I'm going to look it up. Cherry Garcia. I know Ben and Jerry's has a lot of very eccentric colors, not colors, flavors. I don't know how any of them work, but I know that they exist, or how they come up with the titles. I don't know. I'm looking at Ben and Jerry flavors. Why not? Like, I'm bored. I'm looking for something random to see. Let's just see. All right, here we go. How many wacky flavors do we got? Fudgy Flan, Americano Dream, Cannoli, Caramel Chocolate Cheesecake. Oh, there's the Cherry Garcia. What do we got here? The Chunky Monkey, the Coffee Buzz Buzz Buzz. There's so many DC anime films that I haven't seen them all. Recently, I've been limiting myself to watching the films that I feel interested in. Yeah, that's probably a good strategy. It's vanilla ice cream with pieces of chocolate and chocolate pieces. Okay, all right, pretty straightforward then. What else I got in here? New York Super Fudge Chunk. Oh god, that's an awful fucking name. 2 shots of your whiskey of choice and a scoop of ice cream. Easy as that. Oh, cool. All right. There literally is just one called Super Fudge Chunk. They had to know that was going to be associated with shit. No, I don't want it. I don't want New York Super Fudge Chunk. Ugh. I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable. Fish food, but spelled with a PH. And I guess there's little chocolate fishies inside of them. Interesting choice. You can't just call it chocolate chip cookie dough. You gotta give like some other fucking title on top of it. There you go. Half-baked dough chunks. Yeah, they know what they were fucking doing with that one. What else you got here? Brownie batter. That's what she said. Caramel Sutra, which is chocolate and caramel ice cream with fudge chips and a soft caramel core. It's fucking gross. Something that I can confirm is Batman Ninja films don't feel self-serious. They get to some ridiculous levels that feel fun to watch. Alright, fair enough. I respect that. Guys, these are awful fucking names. I'm sorry. I'm kind of baffled again just by how. Okay, there we go. It's got the pints. This is what's in the pints menu. I haven't already talked about. I want to see all of them. No, I don't care about your gluten-free flavors. Let me see all the flavors you have. Some of these are pretty straightforward. Like coffee toffee bar crunch. Again, I don't know why they all need all the extra adjectives. Everything but the, which is, hey AK, good to see you, man. How you doing? Let's see, chocolate and vanilla ice cream with peanut butter cups, fudge covered toffee pieces, white chocolate chunks, and fudge covered almonds. I think this should be called the heart attack. I'm looking at Ben Jerry's ice cream flavors, but if you have something more interesting to talk about, by all means, chime in. And there's one that's called pistachio. I guess it's straightforward. You know what it is. Surprisingly, they don't have a unicorn poop ice cream. I know that there's unicorn poop ice cream, poop cookie. Yeah, there's also a bar in Seattle. I think it's called the Unicorn Bar, where you can actually like order like unicorn balls, which is like these really kind of crunchy, just kind of meatballs. Really, it actually wasn't bad. And then they have a drink called Unicorn Jizz, which I had to try just out of sheer curiosity. And you get back to sleep, but it's always really good to see you. Good to see you too, man. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. I hope things go well for you too, man. Always good to see you. There you go. Caramel Sutra. I still can't believe it's a real one. Alright, what about the smaller ones? What are the smaller ones? I'm really excited about the DC and MCU. Me too, man. And you know what? It's a fucking nice change of pace. Because I was really worried about DC, extend all this DC stuff. Because I hate, where they were not fun for a long time. Now we got that. Now we got Peacemaker. Now we got, the Suicide Squad, the Creature Commandos. All those, it's been, banger after banger so far. We'll see how Supergirl is. But at this rate, I'm pretty excited to see what they do. Well, and I know they're going to bring Jason Momoa as Lobo, which is a casting that's been begging to be done for decades. And I think a lot of people, myself included, were surprised when they cast as Aquaman. And hey, not Jason Momoa's fault. He did the best he could, and he had a lot of fun doing it. But yeah, that was never the character I felt he was very comfortable in. Okay, here we go. There's a Dublin mudslide. Give me s'more. Glampfire trail mix. What the fuck is a glampfire? It's chocolate ice cream with crunchy pretzels, something, marshmallow swirls, and fudge covered almonds. Okay, a lot of stuff. Really, a lot of chocolate. Well, duh, it's ice cream. Okay, anyway. There is one just called Half Baked. Another one just called Impressively Fudged. Some of these gotta be so fucking similar to each other. Lights, caramel, action. Milk and cookies, at least that one's basic. Minter's Wonderland. That's mouse pie. What does mouse pie taste like? Milk chocolate ice cream with chocolate mousse swirls and chocolate cookie swirls. Okay. There's also Netflix and Chilled. Out of This Swirled. PB S'more. Oh, that was just peanut butter cup. At least that one's pretty straightforward. Pumpkin cheesecake. Salted caramel almond. Okay, that one's just simple. The Tonight Dough. And there's a picture of Jimmy Fallon on the front. That makes me uncomfortable. Dear God. Okay, I'm gonna stop looking at this because it's just absurd. I'm 6 feet inch tall, muscular, bald. I feel like I could probably pull up a Kingpin costume. Hey, get some shoulder pads and a big white suit. And yeah, you could totally rock it, dude. We need more Kingpin cosplays. It's hard to find people that can pull that shit off. I would love to, but I'm a tiny, mousy little person, so... well, not mousy, but, you know, not Kingpin bulky. Okay, God. Sorry, I'm following a lot of this school shooting stuff. Where I think I made a meme that said that they're stupid for boogeymanning trans people when white cis men because of one shooting, as opposed to the 3,000 that white men have committed. My concern is that I have prosthetics. Okay, well, that might complicate things. I don't know. Like, take the aesthetic of your prosthetic, maybe just include some cyberbrain parts, and suddenly you're like Cyborg Kingpin. I don't know. And now everyone's trying the moral argument with me. They're like, hey, that's not cool, man. You're diminishing, and trying to blame it on Christianity, like about abuse against Christianity or something like that. Oh my God. My only concern. Oh, answer. I got trapped in stupid YouTube shit. I've been really pissing them off the last couple days, so my memes have been working. Oh, I've got here's some ridiculous stuff back. Sometimes it kind of feels like when you try to talk to someone from the South about the Civil War, and they say, "Oh, it wasn't about slavery; it's about state rights." And it was like, okay, but like, to be fair, the trans community is really upset about the shooting too. Oh yeah, and they have every reason to be. It also turns out it was a trans person that was also a hardcore Trump supporter and MAGA guy, MAGA dude. So, like, I guess that shows there are trans people on the right too. Go figure. And here, I'm not like downplaying what happened. It was obviously a horrible tragedy, but the second I knew what happened, I was like, this is going to be used to specifically try and make trans people out to be these dangerous criminals. So pointing the fact at the massive hypocrisy of that, considering that it doesn't even make up 1% of school shootings, that they're going to try to blame them for all of them, as opposed to take any goddamn accountability for their part in it, which is significantly larger. And it's still about MAGA douchebags. That's my part that kills me. It's like, even if they were trans, they're still one of your people. Wacky, conspiracy-believing people. But that part doesn't matter. That part doesn't get reported. Anyway, I digress. I don't know. So I look at this shit too much, and sometimes it occupies way too much space in my brain. And I know it shouldn't, and I know I should be like, not above it, but like, you know, just a bit more brush-offy about it. But at the same time, like, I don't know, the level of ignorance and hate and deliberate cruelty that goes into it just upsets me. Yeah, Dead Eaters, but with all due respect on that one, believing the conspiracies and all the pro-Trump stuff does feed into a mental illness. It gives them motive and inspiration to commit these things because they promote anti-black and like anti-Asian, anti all these different like hate theories. They get inspired by that, and then they go to shoot up schools for that person in particular, or at least that kind of people in particular. So, like, yeah, political fishing does relate to it, because MAGA stuff is just racism and fascism at this point. I'm not talking, like, conservatives that claim to be more centrist. I'm talking about, like, the ones that are deep in the sauce. Like, they fully drunk in the Kool-Aid. And a lot of... The one thing most of these school shooters have in common is that they also buy into that pro-Trump conspiracy theory shit. Like, that's more consistent more than anything else. So, yeah, politics does tell you a bit about mental health. Specifically what they believe about said politics. Let's not forget, like, MAGA's the one that promoted, like, the Pizzagate thing that was all complete bullshit. Or, like, you know, they're eating, like, immigrants are eating the dogs, which is also completely made up bullshit. Thank you, AK. Like, all this stuff is made up bullshit, and it's because it's supported by people in power. Like, they have this weird cult following. They just lap it all up, unquestioningly. And that's kind of that's the problem. Like, even if there is about mental health, MAGA's doing nothing to stop it in any way. They're just doubling down. Like, here, I'll even look it up. There you go. All right, there you go. Yeah, da-ba-da-ba. Okay, here we go. You and my dad would definitely get along. Thank you. That sounds like a good man. Okay, here we go. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, I'm fine. It's not as reported as you think it would be. Big shock. Let me see here. And a lot of untrustworthy sites on this one. Okay, is he even going to run my mount here correctly? Hold on. God damn it, come on, give me the right... I saw this just the other fucking day. Alright. Anyway, I'm only up because of Nightmare. I saw you stream and figured out how to say hi. I'm gonna try my best. Fair enough, editors. I appreciate you hanging out. Good to see ya. See, the New Republic is bullshit. That's not anything to believe. Just me and you, AK? Yeah, I'll track it down later. Seems so. Well, that all shit aside, I don't know. You want to get into it? Because I can get into it. I have one coworker who, like, all we do every day, like, is because we hang out at the same desk, like, most days of the week, is we just kind of shoot the shit about, like, politics and history. So I've learned a lot. He knows a lot about history, and I know a lot more about current events. So it's a good trade-off. We both learned something from the exchange, assuming I know what I'm talking about and not just talking out my ass, which is also A very distinct possibility, although never intentional. Ugh. Try to get proper information out there. I know I saw that. Hold on. Because now I want... It's... There you go. Alright. Where is the information I am looking for? Okay. I don't know there's an article going into it, and suddenly that article seems to have disappeared. I'm not going straight to conspiracy, but it is quite annoying. Anyway, while I'm doing this, come on, work with me here, you little bastard. You gotta do something you can give me. Okay, well, some people call him a deranged monster, say a lot of anti-Jewish shit. Okay, so it looks like mom worked at a church. I don't know, fuck it. Not worth as much effort. I'll track it down later. It's not really important right now. Anyway. Like, I've been following all this shit that's been going on in, like, Washington and the talks about Chicago, which is like, oh, Jesus Christ. And the thing about it, like, it is scary. It's bad. I'm not going to deny any of that. But at the same time, it's like, this is also just political theater. As much as he's claiming to get shit done, like, those people are just walking around kind of doing nothing for the most part. I even heard that he had, like, some start picking up trash just because they weren't doing anything else. It's about, he's like, he wants the illusion of authoritarianism without actually doing the things you need to do to create authoritarianism. Like, his attempts to consolidate power have not worked out terribly well for him. I think he's already missed his window to do it. And that's kind of a big part of it. But if he has soldiers march down the street and puts like a giant poster of his own face in the background, like on a government building, something like, see, look how powerful I am. I'm this big, strong man. I'm a big, strong boy. That's the mommy who called me a big, strong boy. I'm the strongest boy. I killed a man when I'm 12 years old. Sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. The government's run by a bunch of buffoons, and we're all stuck with them until hopefully one of them dies. Not by my hands, or anyone's hands, preferably, but just, all the same. It would just be nice to have an easy out to get these fucking evil people out of the office. Got, like, fucking Kennedy, RFK Jr. right now is also trying to kill us all. Old age, yeah. Or whatever the hell Trump is sick with. Because that dude's not doing good. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert and say what it is, but, like, dude can't even walk in a straight line. He looks like shit. He's got the weird bruising. Like, I remember getting an argument with some people about, like, whether or not Trump will actually try to do a third term, and I'm like, I don't think he's going to live that long. At least I hope not. Like, that dude's deteriorating quickly. And sooner or later, we're all going to hear that day. And there's going to be dancing in the fucking streets. And then we're going to get fucking J.D. Vance as the new president. But I'm more optimistic for that because, no one really likes J.D. Vance. Most of the people he works with kind of despise the bastard. He's not nearly as well respected, and the minute Trump dies, there's going to be a fucking bloodbath of Republicans trying to snatch whatever bit of power they can get. But anyway, that's a long... And I guess today, like, he's trying to, like, basically take most, if not all, vaccines off the market if he can. I know he wants to, like, take the COVID one way for sure. And, like, that reason it hasn't done it yet is because the CDC director refused to do it, so he fired her. And then a lot of, like, the best doctors they had also resigned in protest. And now he's in trouble again. We'll see this time something actually happens this time. But God, it'd be nice. The dude's a fucking psychopath. and like should not be close to anyone else. He wants eugenics, essentially. He wants to take away autistic people. He wants to take away queer people. He wants to take away anyone that doesn't fit the mold, like disabled especially. You know, dude's oh my god, he's off his rocker, and he clearly takes a lot of steroids. Because like no man that age is like that weirdly muscular. But anyway, I digress. Shit's depressing. We're all depressed by it to a certain degree, except the ones that cheer for it, and those are sick fucks that we don't really need to talk about. Although I do all the time, admittedly. It is Nazi shit, AK. They really, really, really want to be Nazis. Or they want to have the power the Nazis did without, you know, realizing how that story ended for the Nazis. I know they're planning, like, they're threatening to invade, like, 19 states with federal troops. At the very least, the National Guard in order to get their cities under control. And by no uncertain coincidence, are most of the towns he's aiming for led by black mayors. And Chicago's been a shit list for a while. Or at least, like, Chicago's and everyone trying shortcuts. Yep. And it's probably not going to work. At this stage, it's like, you know, they didn't do it fast enough. There's too many people hate it. All their policies are in the red. Like, Trump's approval rating is the lowest of any president in history. And those protests just keep getting bigger. So, like, at this point, he doesn't have the popularity of the people to actually pull this off. And he's going to really test the boundaries as hard as he can to how much he can get away with and how much they're going to let him get away with. Like, I think the new challenge is that his tariffs were declared unconstitutional by a federal judge today. And, you know, Trump's going to try to push that to the Supreme Court. And since the Supreme Court is a supermajority, it's very likely that it is going to, like, they're going to reinforce it if they take the case. They could also just not take the case, which would be shocking, but a pleasant surprise. But yeah, that's so far that has yet to happen, and they voted in favor of Trump more often than they have not. Even if they have to basically change the law, the wording, and the interpretation of the Constitution to do it. Even while that's plain as day. Now, I'm not saying this to be a doomer or say that it's like it's all gonna be it's gonna all be terrible and everything's gonna end badly. It's like no, there's good signs to look forward to, and there will be an election next year. I don't think they're gonna be able to successfully get rid of that, and they will the Republicans will lose in great droves, because why else are they trying this hard to stop people from voting? You know, they're desperate. They're scared. And so far, Republicans have lost, I think, like all of the special elections this year, with maybe one or two exceptions. Like even in Iowa earlier this week, like a Republican who's been in the office for I think 13 years, got lost his seat to a Democrat. Now the district where that was a deep red district that voted for Trump by 13 points. Now they all lost to a Democrat in a landslide. Like it wasn't even close. And that's pretty much been happening over and over again. In every major special election we've had this year. There's plenty of good omens to say that, yeah, they're gonna try to do everything they can to cheat. That's what the whole redistricting thing is about. That's why Texas redistributed their states so they can steal 5 more seats for themselves. So California looked at that and said like, oh, okay, you're gonna do that. Fuck you. We're gonna do that too. So that's gonna be in a ballot in November. And then I think other states and other countries, are threatening to do that too. I think Maryland said they'll do it. I think I heard Missouri is looking into it, but he can only use it to get 1 seat. And the problem for them is there is a lot more seats that Democrats can get by redistricting than Republicans can. So like if they really want to take this all the way, which they could, the bite back that would be rough for them, I feel, if Democrats actually grew a spine and did what they needed to do in droves. Now, I've talked to some friends who have concerns about, like, oh, well, maybe this is a dangerous precedent, or like, but we're in desperate times, and desperate times means you don't play by the rules. They're gonna fight dirty, you gotta fight dirty back. You're not gonna polite your way out of this. And unfortunately, I do agree that's a strategy we need right now, because it's like the high road has gotten us nowhere. The high road has gotten us here. We need to fight a little dirty if we're actually going to like topple this thing. Now I'm saying this like as an armchair expert who doesn't understand the minutiae of any of this. So, you know, I could just be talking shit. But I'm at this point I was like, no, like I don't even like Newsom. He has some terrible policies about the homeless and trans people. But I will take his support right now. He's the only one so far that's been willing to actually just mock the man. Unafraid. Now that's like we need more of that fucking energy right now. If he's the first one to start that like stack of dominoes, I'm all for it. I don't care anymore. Just get these fucking people out of there. Anyway, I didn't realize I had that much to say about current events. Oh, lordy. I probably head off in a little bit. I'm still kind of figuring out what I want to do with these streams now. Just because I've realized this, like, the more I try to do it, it's been harder and harder to get myself out of bed to do it. I don't know. So I'm a little concerned about that. Maybe I'm burning myself out. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to take off for the night. So thanks, AK, for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. I will be back on in like 4 days or so. So thanks for having me, and I'll see you all later.